So now that you're comfortable creating your own lists, I just want to go over a few list methods and a few list functions. So it's quite easy to tell the difference between methods and functions. Let's say we have a list called mylist, and let's just for now have 1, 4, 56, just a few random numbers. So methods the syntax will be like this, mylist dot append, for example. So that's the top one here, dot append. So a function will be different in syntax. It won't be the list then dot, then the name of whatever we want to do. It will actually be at the start. So it'll be like len, and then this in brackets. So a function will have this, the word at the start, let's say, the name of the function at the start, and then we'll have the list within the brackets. If it's a method, it's going to be the name of the list or the object, and then dot, whatever we want to do to it. So that's the difference between methods and functions. Now let's just get started in how we can what these methods do. These are just some of the most common ones. There are of course other ones that you can play around with, but these are the most common ones to use. So here we're just going to try out the different ones one by one. So here we have a list which just has some numbers in, and I'm going to push in a few others actually, so that it's not all going up, so it's going up and then down. So let's append, let's say 1000 to the list. So what happens then? Let's print off my list. So now you can see that what's happened is that 1000 has been appended, or you can just say it's been added to the end of the list. Now, if we wanted to remove something from the list, all we'd have to do is use the method .pop. So pop literally just removes whatever the last element in the list is. So if we do that, you can see that 1000 has been removed. If I do it again, then the number 22 will be removed, and so on and so forth. So that's what pop does. So basically append, add something to the end, pop, remove something from the end, whatever it is. Dot remove, you can actually specify what you want to remove. So let's say if we rerun this, so the list is full again, so you can see there. Let's say we want to remove the number 44. All you have to do is put mylist dot, or the name of your list, dot remove, and then what you want to remove. There you go. Let's say we wanted to add a few different letters as well. Let's go A, C, B. So if we wanted to remove the letter C, for example, we just have to put C in here, and then you can see we have A and B left. Now let's say we wanted to sort this. All we have to do here is put in sort, then empty brackets. Oh, obviously we can't sort both letters and numbers, so let's just go for numbers. And then you can see it's been sorted from lowest to highest. We could also have it with just letters, so I'm going to create another list called mylist letters. So in this one I'm just going to put some random letters. Let's go Z, F, oops, and B. Okay, so now we want to sort my list letters. So now you will see we can also sort them with letters. So now it's just going up, A, B, F, G, Z, which works. So that, and then we can do reverse, which pretty much just reverses the whole thing. So let's say we've got my list as it is here, going 1, 4, 56, blah, blah, blah. Then if we just do my list dot reverse, and then we print that off, you will see the reverse of the list. So now number 22 is the first element, then this is the second, third, and fourth, etc. So those are the methods. And so all I can recommend is that you go through them yourself. Obviously at first you won't be able to remember these when you step away from them. So just make a note of these different methods, what they do, and have a play with them. So maybe pause the video now and just try creating a list and try applying each one of those methods. Now let's move on to functions. So these are three of the basic but very useful functions. Sometimes we want to know how many elements are in a list. So let's say my list here. This has 6 in there. So I'm going to put len my list just to check that, and it returns 6. Fantastic. And if we do my list letters, that should return 5, because there are 5 elements within our list. So now we can actually use min and max. So we can say we want to know what the minimum number is in my list. So the minimum one should be just 1. And then also we can use max to return the maximum one. We can also do this with letters as well. So this should return for max Z, and then min should return A. So those are some of the basic list methods and functions that you'll find actually have a lot of uses when you get into using Python quite a lot. So what I recommend you do is have a go at these methods and these functions, and then when you're feeling ready, we'll move on to the next part of the lists.